watching this video, then you've probably already made the decision that you want to work in the wedding and event industry. So that being the case, I wanted to share a secret with you. Are you ready? The role of a wedding planner, event planner, or wedding stylist isn't glamorous. In fact, it's the complete opposite. In this job, we know the importance of comfortable shoes. People envision the wedding planner and think this job is all about glitz and glamour. We're not Jennifer Lopez. The reality is that you need to be a business person, a therapist, an artist, a mediator, and a psychic. Probably one of the biggest misconceptions is that working in special events is all flowers, gourmet meals, inspiration boards, colour palettes, and flicking through Instagram. When in reality, it is very different. Can you keep a secret? I hope so, because I'm about to share with you what a day in the life of a wedding or an event planner looks like on game day. 6 a.m. Time to get up, have some breakfast, it'll be your last meal for several hours, and get ready for the day ahead. 7 a.m. and I'm off to the venue. I need to ensure that all the tables have all been laid up, they're ready set for my centerpieces and any other forms of decor that I've got on the tables. 8 a.m. Make sure the bride has some breakfast, even if it's only a cookie. 9 a.m. the florist delivers the bouquets and buttonholes, and I check in on the makeup artists and hairdressers. 10 a.m. and I meet the florist at the venue to check that centerpieces and any other arrangements have all been delivered and displayed. 11 a.m. Ensure that the cake has arrived and is properly displayed. Check final touches to all of the wedding breakfast and occasional tables, and of course any other decor around the venue. Check that the bride is looked after, relaxed, and enjoying the preparations. Once I've been through last-minute details with the bride, I turn to being as productive as possible for a couple of hours, taking care of any unique details for the day. 11:30 a.m. I turn my attention to the groom, making sure he has everything he needs and his buttonhole is in place. A brief with the catering team normally ends my pre-ceremony. 12 p.m. Around 45 minutes before the ceremony is due to begin, my complete focus becomes the bride and her bridesmaids. I ensure that her transport has arrived, the stem of her bouquet is dry so it doesn't drip on her dress, and that everything is as she would hope. 1 p.m. The most special moment of the day for me is always the couple of minutes before the bridal processional begins. We briefly discuss the processional order, and then we simply wait for the music to start, for her very special moment to arrive. I would be with the bride before she makes her entrance for the ceremony, calming any last-minute nerves. Once the bride has reached her groom, I wait a few minutes before leaving to check that everything is on track for the drinks reception. 3 p.m, venue staff will be in place to serve the reception drinks and canapes. I make sure that the guests are being looked after and entertained whilst the official pictures are being taken. 4 p.m. Most couples enjoy an hour and a half for their drinks reception. During this time, I ensure the catering team are ready for service and announce that dinner is ready to be served. We are also on hand for the couple and their guests should they need anything at all. 6 p.m. Whilst guests are enjoying their meal, we oversee each course being sent out and then get the gifts ready for the speeches, checking in with the band, and then making sure the room is set for the music to begin before sorting out the cutting of the cake and making sure everyone is ready in the right place at the right time. 7 p.m, priming the bride and groom so they are ready for their first dance. Liaising with the photographer so he is ready to take those all-important shots. Checking the band is ready with the correct song to begin for the first dance. 9 p.m. Usually around now, the band would take their first break of the evening, so I'll make sure there is still some background music playing to keep the party atmosphere. I'll work with the catering team to make sure the evening food is ready to go out on time. This is possibly when the photographer will leave for the day, so I would make sure they had all the required shots and thank them for their time and efforts during the day. 10 p.m. Thinking about winding down now and making sure that the remaining suppliers on site are okay. It's midnight, queuing the exit of the bride and groom and getting the ushers to arrange the guests ready for their send-off, and sometimes this can involve coordinating the handout of sparklers, for example. Then it is off home to bed for me. And this is the less glamorous side of a venue. Well, it's midnight, I'm tired, and it's time to go home for bed. But I'm glad that you've got to see exactly what it's like for a wedding planner on game day.